Welcome back. There's a live look outside at the Oregon coast. Our Inn at Spanish Head Resort Hotel camera in Lincoln City. Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. 2024 is almost here, and our next guest joins us here to share 5 smart financial moves you should make before the start of the new year. We welcome back the author of The Family Nest Egg, the complete and proven financial guide to building long-term wealth and security, Laura Meier. Great to see you, Laura.
So good to see you, Hannah. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays. This can be a stressful time because we're trying to make the holidays so magical. We're spending a lot, but we also don't want to get ourselves in trouble for the new year.
That's right. And so one of the things that I do every year, I have my clients do, is just like a financial cleanup before they go into the new year. And one of the first things we tell people to start with is just print and review your bank statements before the year ends and just do a quick audit to find subscriptions or services that you really don't need to or want to continue paying on when the new year hits.
It sounds kind of scary to put it on paper, but you're right. There are some easy things we can eliminate that will save us a couple of bucks.
Exactly.
Okay.
And so,
Keep going. So your next thing that you had was review life insurance.
Yeah, so life insurance, as we know, is really just income replacement. So if God forbid something happens to us, our dependents would be taken care of. And now everything costs so much more to live, right? From mortgages to rent to food. And so you really do want to review your current coverage and ask, is this enough to cover, my income if something happens to me so that my family would be taken care of?
Do you have advice to strike a healthy balance with life insurance? Because it can seem pretty expensive, month by month paying for it today.
Yeah, so sometimes sitting down with a professional who can help you understand the different types of policies, whether it's like just going to be a death benefit versus also like a savings vehicle, you can start to get different rates. You can shop around and you could start to see if there's ways to get that cost down, but still get you the coverage that you need.
That's great advice. Okay, how about estate planning? This is a good time to think about that as well.
It is. And especially if, for us to go home and we see maybe if our parents, they're aging or anything like that, it's just a natural time to check in and say, hey, where are we at today? And are all of my current choices in my estate plan reflective of how I would want things to play out if something happened to me? So maybe you want to look at who you put to be in charge of your kids or your money or who would get your money, and to ask, like, is this still making sense? Are these still the best people for these roles?
Yeah, that's a great check-in. On a similar note, reviewing your investments as well. Maybe there's some things that you forgot that were even out there.
Yeah, it's so easy with investments to just try and like hit it and forget it, right? But really, you do want to look back and say, how did my investments do this year? Am I getting the most bang for my buck in terms of investing? And then two, maybe you stuck your money in an online account and there's not a lot of interest it's making. And with inflation, again, with that rising cost of living, we need to make sure the dollar is maintaining its power, right, in our accounts, and that we are getting the right interest and the right returns on our accounts, so that we can make sure we're starting the new year off right.
Okay, and a final tip that's kind of surprising, but it's a good one. Review the deed to your home.
Yeah, you would be surprised. So many of us, when we buy our home, we have that deed, we don't think about it. And then maybe we refinanced and the deed, we were taken off title or it wasn't put back in our trust. Maybe you have an ex-spouse on your deed. You didn't realize they never got taken off. And don't be shocked, but so many married couples don't realize they're not both on that deed. It's just in one of their names. So it's important to pull the deed just to make sure nothing funky happened on it this year.
Yeah, things change. We have to keep up with what's happening in our lives. And then additionally, just kind of taking a step back and looking at what you want to leave behind in 2023, and both financially and personally that can benefit us as well.
That's right. Like, that's what the new year is all about. Yes, we can set those big new goals, but sometimes before we even do that, we need to look at what we need to say goodbye to. Maybe, spouses aside, we say maybe there's a relationship that needs to end. Maybe there's a grudge we need to let go of. And I think the biggest thing, maybe there's a broken dream. We need to leave it behind so we could take advantage and embrace that new dream on the horizon and truly start our year fresh.
Great advice. Definitely a great place to start in 2024. Thank you so much, Laura. We'll see you in the new year.
Sounds great. Happy New Year and happy holidays.
You too. We'll have more information on our website at katu.com. There's Laura's book again, The Family Nest Egg.